welcome to a new video. So in this video, we're going to be continuing the series of creating a React Native application, and we're going to be submitting this to the App Store. So right now we're just building it for iOS, and maybe we'll build it for Google. It's a little bit more complicated, so we'll see. Anyways, so basically, let's just go back to the project. And this is how the project looked like. It was just alt text generator, iOS, and iOS is the one that we're working on right now. And don't forget that you can get these files from GitHub. So I already have a repo which is called React Native Tutorial, Bolt 1794, and I'll put it in the description and you can just copy this. You have the tags, you have the branches, and well, the tags will have all that you need, lesson 1, lesson 2, and all the code related to that lesson, okay? All right, so let's go back to the project. And what I've done right now, I've used AI just to run the project, but I'm just gonna kill it and I'll show you how to do it. So I'll just close everything, okay? And I'll go to Xcode, so just go to Xcode, open your project. It should look something like this on the left. And then let's just, let me stop it first. And let's just run it again. So right now we're just running the project. And I wanted to show you a few things, but let's just see. Okay, so you can see that the project is running here. I think it's already running because even though I killed it here, I think it was already running. Anyways, but if you get like an issue related to just the Metro bundler or something like that, or the JS not running, then you want to go here, cd into your project. In this case is alt text generator. And then you want to do npm start. And then it should look something like this. It says that's already running, see? Listen, so it's already on this address. That's why it's giving me this error, and you can see here. But it's already running, because I already ran it before, so we should be, even though I killed it, I don't think I stopped it. So yeah, so we're good. Okay, so next thing that we want to do, we're going to go to Firebase. So we're going to create like a new Firebase project. And this is, let me go back. Okay, so just go to Firebase and create a new project. So if you don't know how to do it, just go to Firebase, create a new Firebase project. You have to put your name, just say no to this. I'll just say test. I already created mine, but yeah, just show you. Just say no here and then continue, and then it'll let you create a project. After you create it, you'll see it like this, like all of these projects. So I'm gonna click on the one that I created. I just created this one yesterday. That's why I'm not going through the same process, but it's here. And this is an empty project, okay? So once you're here, you wanna go to where it says add app, and then go to iOS, Apple, and here, this is what's important. This is why I recorded like the previous video. The previous video is about how to sign up for the Apple Developer Program. And if you want to submit your apps to the iOS, to the App Store, which is iOS, then you'll need like a Apple Bundle ID. And you can use the one that came with our project, because when we create our project, React Native assigns one of these automatically, but this is not for production. So you'll have to actually create your own Apple Developer Bundle ID, and then with your name or your company, and then you can use that one. And since we're going to submit to the App Store, you will need to do that. And if you don't want to do that, you can use the one that's on Xcode, or the one that React Native assigned to you, okay? It's not necessary for Firebase, but I'm going to do it because I'm going to submit this app to the App Store, okay? And if you have any questions about this, just leave it in the comments and I'll answer all of the questions. Okay, so where do I get this Apple Bundle ID? So let's go to, I showed you in the last tutorial, but you can get it from, okay, there are different places to get it. So like if you plan to use the one that React Native gave you, just go to Xcode. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you the one that React Native gives you. So if you go here to open Xcode, open your project, and you have to do this to run it. So you already have this open, and you click on this one. And then you go here, don't go to project, go to targets, go to signing in capabilities, like here. And you'll see that this is the bundle identifier. It has the name here. And once again, this is the one that React Native gives you, okay? So we won't use that one. We'll use our own. So Okay, and to show you mine, maybe I'll go to Apple Developer and I'll show you the one that I created in the previous video so that you know how it looks like. But it's basically the way that it's here, com and then company or your name and then app name. Okay, it's taking a while. Let's give it a second. It's loading. This one is always super slow for me, not sure why. Anyways, I can tell you that this one is my name, lowercase, and then the name of the project, which is already here. Let's copy this, and then that's it. Okay, this is the one that I'm gonna use. So since I'm gonna use that one, I'm gonna update that one here as well. Okay, and team, this is mine because I already have my thing. See, so I just changed it, and you see that it appears already for me that I have a team, which is just my name, and then this already gets populated automatically. Okay, so this is done. So let me maybe stop it and run it again just to make sure that everything is correct. Okay, and here we'll just say nickname, maybe this is optional. Say that App Store ID. Yeah, this is optional, so we don't need that. But let me show you something. Maybe if you missed or didn't watch the previous video, you might want to know this. So if you go to your app developer account and you plan to use or submit your app to the App Store, you go to identifiers, and here app ID, you create an app, and this is what I did in the previous video. So yeah, so just give a description, and then you'll give the bundle ID explicit. And here you want to do sign in with Apple, and then check that, push notifications, check that, and then continue. So that's how you create like a identifier for your application. So I already have mine here. This is the one that I created yesterday. And here you'll see the Apple bundle ID. See, bundle ID just looks like this, and that's the same one that we're going to use on Firebase. Okay? All right, so we should be good. Just register app. Let me close this. Okay, so I just downloaded this, and there is something here that I wanted to show you. So before we continue, I guess we can continue. Let's just do next. Okay, so we'll install this later on. Maybe let me just copy this in case I need it later. Okay, and app packages, and then enter that. Okay, we'll do that maybe. Or we can just install it directly. We'll see. We won't worry about this for now. You just say next, 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 and then just continue to console. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. So if you go to the file that we just downloaded, okay, and now we'll add this to Xcode. So how do we add this to Xcode? And this might give us a problem, an issue when we run it with this file, and I'll show you how to fix that as well. But let me add this to your project. So in Xcode, so we want to go to your project. So once you're in your project, just say add files to the project, and then look for this file. So this file should be, I think I have it here. Oh, this one here. Oh, okay, add targets. So you want to click on that one. Finished. Okay, so it's been added. So we see it here. You can see here the file. It has everything, all the configuration that we need, but it's missing something, but I'll show you what I mean. Let me see if I can just rerun this project, and it won't give me an error. If it gives me an error, I know how to fix that as well, but let's see. Okay, it's not giving me an error right now. I think when I build, or when I start using the Firebase Authentication, then it will give me the error. But basically, you need to go to Firebase and do some configuration to fix this. So if you get like an issue related to the reverse client ID, I think if I run it here, maybe it will give me the issue. But yeah, we don't want to encounter that issue. So let's fix it in advance, okay? But it's related to the reverse client ID, and you can just Google reverse client ID Firebase, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, so you want to come here and you want to say build authentication, because we want authentication. Just get started. Authentication, we'll just say Google. We'll use I think we'll use Apple as well later on because that's mandatory, but yeah, let's just do Google first. Okay, then I have to put my email here. Let me just do this off the screen, even though my email is out there, but it's fine. Okay, so just say yes, enable, save. So now we see that now it's giving us another Google Services info plist, which is the file that we just added. So if we download this one and then compare it to the one that we have here, you'll see that's a bit different. Okay, let me put it side by side. And you can already tell that's more lines of code. So yeah, so if you look at the reverse client ID, we didn't have that here, and that's the issue. When you do authentication, it needs this reverse client ID to work. So what we're gonna be doing is we're just gonna replace the old file with the new one. I just wanted to show you that because if you run into an issue and it's like a reverse client ID, what you need to know and to do is just go to authentication, just sign in, just activate the Google sign in, and then download the new Google Services info plist. So I'll add that one. So let me delete this one here from here. Okay. And now we'll just, I'll have to rename it once again. So give me a second here. Okay, I just renamed it. And once again, right click, add files. Go to where you have your file. Is this the one that has the reverse client ID? Yes. So just add that, select the target, and we should be good. Yeah. Let's install the packages that we need. So if we go, okay, let's just say done. So this is already activated here. So let's go here. We don't have anything, of course. And we haven't touched any code yet, by the way. So let's come here. So you see this, you go to your project, which is alt text generator, and then I'll just paste this, I'll put this in the description. So we're just installing React Native Firebase app and React Native Firebase auth, which we'll need. So let's install those, npm install, and let's wait for them to be installed. Okay, so now we'll also install this package here that I'm gonna show you. And this is to use the Google sign in. Okay, it's done. Just clear this, and I think we should be good to go now. Okay, so now we need to install the pods because we've installed like a bunch of packages. So let's just go to cd iOS, and then here we'll just say pod install, and that should be it. Let's see what happens. So you can see here that's reading the new dependencies that we installed, Firebase, app authentication, app, all of this. So let's just wait. Okay, so now it seems that it worked. Okay, so now we have installed everything. We have our app running, and now we can actually focus on the code side of it. Okay, so it was quite a while that we touched code. So it's 35 minutes in. So maybe I'll just cut it here. This will be part 1, just doing all of this configuration on Firebase and Xcode and your project. And then for part 2, we'll focus on the code, okay? So let's just cut it at this point. We'll just end it here. Thank you for watching. If you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe to the channel. Just leave a like, leave a comment. If you have any questions, feedback, feel free to leave it in the comments. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. I appreciate it.